We all have our different weight struggles. While some find it tough to add a single kilo, others struggle with shedding some weight. Well, the people on this list have weight struggles that are on a whole different level. We're talking about people weighing as much as 1,000 pounds, from the little boy who spent all day eating and playing games to the young woman who turned to food as a coping mechanism. Here are the 10 most overweight people in the world. Before we dive into this list, make sure to leave a like on this video. Also, if you would like to join this month's Star 5 giveaway of a brand new iPhone 16, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel and watch this video until the end to find and comment the hidden message. Good luck. Number 10. Manuel Uribe. Born in June 1965, Manuel started as a regular Mexican child who loved to go out and have fun. But things changed dramatically as he approached his 20s. From being a normal weight kid, Manuel hit a breathtaking 560 kilograms of weight. Imagine weighing as much as a school bus. This massive weight of course came with a lot of problems. Manuel couldn't move around easily and had to spend a significant chunk of his day on his bed, and that also meant depending on others for food and basic needs. It was so bad that media outlets began documentaries on his story until he was featured on the TLC documentary series, Half Ton Man. This series revealed the several health and emotional struggle he faced as a man battling with extreme obesity. However, Manuel was willing to end this battle and turn his life around, and that meant maintaining a strict diet as a part of his journey to lose weight. Finally, with medical interventions, he lost a whopping 180 kilograms and began to feel more normal. Number 9. Juan Pedro Franco. Juan has one of the most interesting weight gain stories in recent times. In a short film shot by Natasha Pizzi-Slegert for One BBC, Juan explained that he had a terrible car accident when he was 17 and this left one half of his body paralyzed. So how is it possible that he gained a ridiculous amount of weight for that amount of time until his 30s? Well, that's a question that even doctors weren't able to find the answer to. Due to an excessive obesity, Juan had severe health problems which included diabetes, high blood pressure, and hypothyroidism. However, he kept insisting that he had done everything he could to lose some pounds, but nothing worked. Eventually, Juan got the surgical help he was desperately in need of and moved several hours away from his home to be closer to his doctors. Although he was initially rejected by medical professionals, he was able to lose a third of his body weight before being accepted by a team of 30 professionals. This helped him get free of surgeries, including a 2-part gastric bypass which reduces how much calories he absorbs with each meal. Number 8. Octavia Gahagins. Octavia is one of the fattest people in the world, and you know she had to be massive to take up that title. By the time she was 20 years old, Octavia was already over 500 pounds in weight. However, her weight gain story is a sad one. She alleges that her stepfather molested her and that she turned to food as a way of escaping the feeling of hurt. Unfortunately, things got worse when her mother passed away, leaving her to care for her sister, Desiree. Eventually, Desiree got married and left home, which further sent Octavia into a feeding frenzy where she weighed up to 700 pounds. She knew she couldn't continue this way and began to seek medical help. Through her self-determination and help from medical professionals, Octavia brought her weight down to about 450 pounds. Now she devotes her social media page to sharing her story and motivational posts on how to lose weight. Number 7. Charity Pierce. This reality TV star born in August 1975 is one of the oldest people on our list. The 48-year-old woman was one of the cast on the TLC reality series My 600 Pound Life, which features people that have gained massive weight over the years. Charity's unhealthy lifestyle and bad childhood eating habits were largely responsible for her ridiculous weight gain. It got so bad that she was diagnosed with lymphedema in 2002. A condition that leads to fluid retention in the body. Unfortunately, this led to a buildup in her left leg and that made it difficult to walk around. Only a few years later, she developed a deadly bacterial infection that led to the removal of some tissue from her side. Seeing as her huge weight of about 778 pounds was robbing her of life, she realized it was time to seek medical attention so she could go back to carrying out her daily tasks without any assistance. Eventually, she started a diet program and had gastric bypass surgery and helped her lose more than 400 pounds. Number 6. Arya Permana. Once known as the world's fattest boar, Arya is a young man from Indonesia that was so unconcerned about his body that it led to drastic consequences. Arya was only 9 when he weighed a staggering 419 pounds, making it difficult for him to walk or even bathe properly. It was so bad that his parents had to construct a mini pool so that he could bathe comfortably and reach as many folds in his body as possible. But this was only a small part of the problem. The extreme obesity also had huge effects on his health. Even as he continued to eat massively and spend most of his time playing games on his phone, eventually his family members realized the gravity of the situation and made the difficult decision to pursue weight loss surgery. Arya knew it was time to sacrifice his unhealthy meals for a much better lifestyle, and that kickstarted his dramatic transformation. After many months of rigorous exercise and surgery, Arya lost a whopping 240 pounds and looked so much better than his initial years of excess weight. Number 5. Khalid bin Mohsin Shari. Khalid once held the title as the heaviest man alive, which is quite a lot considering that he weighed over 1,300 pounds. What is the heaviest thing you could think of? You would probably have to double this to get to an idea of just how heavy Khalid was. However, this had drastic effects on his physical, emotional, and social well-being, as he was a prime candidate for bullying and emotional torture. Most people didn't regard him as a human, and he had to struggle through regular activities that he was taking for granted. It was tough to walk, sit, and even stand comfortably. His obesity was a huge strain on his joints and muscles, and that attracted health complications like diabetes, hypertension, and respiratory issues. Eventually, the Saudi King Abdullah came to his rescue with a comprehensive medical package that involved dietary changes, surgeries, and physical therapy. With this, he had the much needed relief he had craved for years. Number 4. Sean Milliken. Sean gained huge fame when his struggles were shown on TLC's reality series My 600 Pound Life, and this led to widespread attention on his condition. This young man had been battling with his weight ever since childhood, which became much worse after the death of his mother, who was a major support system. However, things had deteriorated so bad before he could seek medical intervention. We're talking about weighing more than 900 pounds that it was a major struggle to move within a few feet. Sean was also struggling with feelings of hopelessness and isolation until he met with a renowned bariatric surgeon. This professional recommended him for weight loss surgery after going through a strict diet, and this improved his condition. Unfortunately, he passed away at 29 after he suffered complications from an infection. Number 3. Iman Eladi. This Egyptian woman was at some point in her life heavier than 1,000 pounds, making her one of the heaviest women in the world. As you can imagine, the weight drastically reduced the quality of Iman's life, confining her to a bed for more than 2 decades. Iman had severe mobility issues with complications such as kidney failure, high blood pressure, and diabetes, making her to be overly dependent on medications to gain very little relief. However, by the time a renowned bariatric surgeon in India heard about her case, he put her through several surgeries to help her substantial weight loss and improve her overall health. However, Iman didn't live long enough to enjoy a healthy lifestyle, as she passed away in September 2017 due to a complication from her condition. Number 2. Diana Bunch. One would think that most people would have their act together by the time they approached their 50s, but that wasn't the case for Diana. She maintained such an unhealthy lifestyle that she weighed a whopping 601 pounds at the age of 55. Her advanced age made the situation even more critical, as her body could definitely not handle all that weight alongside the effects of aging. For Diana, pain was a constant presence in her life, as she couldn't go about her daily tasks like every other person. Her major problems were centered around her legs, as she suffered from lymphedema and couldn't move around. Even maintaining a great hygiene was tough. It was at a point that Diana knew it was time to seek help and let go of her favorite foods, especially peanut butter. With renewed will to fix things, Diana worked with her doctor to achieve the benchmark for weight loss surgery. Number 1. Keith Martin. Keith Martin consumed so many calories that it eventually had irreversible consequences on his body. How crazy is it to consume as much as 20,000 calories in a day and not spend a single minute exercising? Although Keith knew that he was killing himself slowly with his unhealthy meals, it didn't stop him from eating 6 eggs for breakfast, pizza, kebabs, Chinese takeaways, and Big Macs for lunch and dinner, and then washing it all down with about 2 liters of fizzy drinks and 6 pints of coffee. This is more than 9 times the recommended daily consumption for any adult. He was addicted to fast foods and knew it, but couldn't just bring himself to stop. At the heaviest, Keith weighed 70 stones, and that was unable to walk for a very long time. Unfortunately, he died of pneumonia 8 months after a successful gastric sleeve that removed about 3/4 of his stomach. And that's a wrap up today's video. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from Star 5. Thanks for watching.